Hey guys, this is Andrea and I'm about to watch my Miss Universe participation and react to every single part of it. I have to confess that I've seen small clips on social media, but this is the first time that I'm watching my full participation, so let's see.
Way to the top 21.
So excited to be there with all the girls on stage, and you can hear the crowd going crazy, screaming everyone's names, and they just called me for the first top. I was not expecting to be called that fast because I was called in the first group, so that was like surprising for me. But I don't know. I was confident that I was going to be in that group.
Mexico.
And the swimsuit competition, that was super exciting. Being on stage wearing a swimsuit is one of the hardest part of the competition, and you have to prepare for that in advance. When I was wearing the swimsuit and I saw everyone preparing, I was happy because I didn't compare myself to anyone. I loved how I looked. I loved all the process, and being on stage was just like a confirmation of how much I learned to love myself.
Mexico!
I think I was the 9th to be called to the top 10, and my heart was racing. I don't know, I never had a doubt. I never thought that I was going to be in the top 3, but you know, being called almost at the end, it's like, It was not difficult to walk with my dress. I had to be careful though because it was very long, and if I stepped on it, I could fall. So I had to walk in a different way in order to avoid that. And also the red dress that I wore in the final, it was just perfect. Like the measurements, everything was perfect. There's a part in the competition, but no one saw it. I was wearing something here in my arms and it fell on my back. So when we were waiting on the top 5, it fell during a commercial cut. And I didn't know if I had enough time to put it on again, so I just threw it to the audience, but no one saw it on camera. Oh yes, they're about to call the top 5. And I was the first one to be called in the top 5. I think that's good because you have enough time to calm yourself. There's a lot of adrenaline that you're feeling in that moment.
Mexico.
I think that is nerve-wracking, being the first one answering, but also I think it's good because you haven't heard everyone else's answers and questions. So for me, it's just better to be the first one in all of it. Brooke Lee was the one asking me the first question, and it's funny because after a few months as Miss Universe, I had the opportunity to go to Hawaii and work with her, and she's so sweet. I think it was a good moment that we shared there, and we kind of like made this connection since she asked that question. It was a COVID question, and it was a hard one because she asked if I was the president of my country, what would I have done different to handle this situation? So in just a second, I had to think. You want to be politically correct, but there's also a lot of things that different presidents could have done differently. So it was not something about, I didn't want to criticize my president or any other president in the world. And there's no right answer. So it was a little complicated, but I think I managed it.
Thank you, Mexico. It's time for the final statement.
I had my translator, but I didn't ask for his help in the first question. But then for the second one, I thought the best thing to do was to answer in Spanish because, I don't know, it seemed like 70% of the audience were Spanish speakers. So I thought it was right to do it that way. And also because I wanted to be to show this part of me where I can communicate in both languages and still connect with the people. So I asked for his help. And I talked about how we have to believe in ourselves, and also about beauty pageants and just the beauty in general, how the concept has changed during these years. In the past, we thought it was only about how you look. And now we know that it's more than that. That beauty is about who you are, your beliefs, your values as a person. So that's what I wanted to express with that answer.
The winner.
The crowning moment. So they called Brazil and I to the front, and that was the most exciting moment of my life. So, and it was funny the way we were standing. We didn't plan to do that with our arms. It just happened because we were distanced. So I told her like, oh my gosh, I wish we could be closer. And I put my arms like this, and she was like, yeah. And then she did this, which is a symbol like, how do you exchange energy, but I didn't get it at the moment, so I was just like doing this. If you pay attention, you'll see. And yeah, so people made a lot of memes about that. It is funny, and everyone will remember us because of that. So yeah, they called Mexico and they said, Viva Mexico, which a Mexican accent with that energy, and everyone went crazy. And that moment literally changed my life. Okay, in that moment, Sosie couldn't put the crown on properly, and also like I was wearing like super tall heels, so I was huge, and she was like, can you bend down a little because I can't reach your head? And then she was like, I can't put it right on its place, you're gonna have to hold it the whole time. And I was like, okay, I don't mind. So when I started walking to the front, I was holding the crown. I mean, obviously because I was excited, but also because I didn't want it to fall. I think after that, I turned around and I literally ran to meet with all of my friends from the competition. Yeah, over there. Well, I tried to run, but I was wearing heels and a very, very heavy dress. That was so nice. That's one of my favorite parts of the competition, when they all came to me and hugged me. And like you could see how they were truly happy about me winning, and I'm so thankful with all of them. I remember that moment when Asia tried to fix my crown, and she told me, we're gonna live together. And I was like, oh my God, that's true. We're gonna share an apartment. And it's been amazing since then. I think that this moment specifically lets the world know how like we become really good friends during the competition. And it is about helping each other, and it's about sisterhood and what you can do to the other in order that you do well in the competition. It's not only about you and like focusing on what you have to do and just be better than the others. It's about growing together, and it's about getting to the finish line together. And you can see it in that part, how everyone is so happy when someone else wins. And it's beautiful, and I think that should be in every single aspect in our lives as women. Just be happy when other woman does well in their life, and congratulate her and celebrate the good things that are happening to other women in their lives. It was so much fun to relive this magical moment, the moment that changed my life. It's been only a few months, but I still remember it as if it was yesterday. And well, this is going to be the shortest reign in the history, but I think I have made the most of it. I have met incredible people. I have lived marvelous moments. And I think this is not the end. You know, once you're Miss Universe, you will be a Miss Universe forever. And I know there's just a lot more to come.